Now this time from the DC Universe Batman Legacy Wave 2, we're taking a look at Batgirl. Now this is just a plain repaint of the old DC superheroes Batgirl, but it's done in a sort of more classic Silver Age look for Batgirl with the black instead of gray. Taking a look at the sculpt here, it's pretty nice. I mean, the sculpt still works for the DC Universe Classics character, so she fits right in with the DC Universe Classics line, which is good. When I got her, she had fallen prey to what a lot of the recent DC Universe Classics had fallen prey to, and that's bent limbs because of dynamic poses in package. Her leg here was totally out of whack, but I did manage to fix it somewhat. It is much straighter now, but that was totally bent out of shape. You can still tell her arm has a weird bend to it as well, but not as prevalent now, but still there. I do not know why Mattel has decided to put them in those poses like that, and almost every figure that's been in some sort of really dynamic pose has had trouble with bent limbs. At least I have found that's the case. Taking a look at the back of the package here, it's got some nice artwork of the character and her right up here, and you see also, as well, pictures of the other two figures in this wave, Batman and Catman. Now for accessories, she unfortunately does not come with a batarang, which would have been nice. She's got her hand molded to hold, looks like a batarang can be fit down in that hole there. Unfortunately, they have not provided one, but she does come with a stand in the shape of the bat symbol, and it has her name on it, Batgirl, and it's got a peg on it so you can display her on the stand, like so. And unfortunately, I don't think they really put much thought into where the peg is and where the peg is on the foot, where the peg hole is on the foot. So she's a little bit forward on the stand here. Now, if they just move the peg back and to the side a little bit, she could stand right on the center of it. Oh, look at that. On the bottom there, you turn it over, there's the bat symbol and the DC symbol. Interesting. She also comes with a little poster. She also comes with a little poster of the cover of her first appearance, which would be Detective Comics number 359 in 1964. And as you can see, she is missing the little sort of passe little pocketbook, red pocketbook that she has on the cover there. But it is nice that they included that little thing. Getting into her sculpt, and one thing I noticed with her sculpt is that she has these weird arms that they bend back at the elbows too far. So it's just really bizarre that they would allow that to happen. I think that's that's just a mistake there, that they're supposed to make it stop there But anyway, it's just funny that they have that there. I mean, you could just as well pose her with her arm bent like that as the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, for paint, it's pretty nice. She's got this really reflective black paint here, a glossy black paint. Really gives a nice shiny look to the figure, and it's offset by these really bright, almost neon yellow pieces of her belt and her bat symbol and boots and gloves. Also some nice gold on the buckle of the belt there. That's really nice. There's only really one paint issue that I have, and that's a little extra globby mistake here at the cowl. And, I'm going to try and take that off somehow without taking off the rest of the paint that's there. And I would have liked to have seen a little bit lighter on the red here. It's a little bit too dark for me, almost a brownish really from the front. And I tend to think of Batgirl as a little bit more bright redhead than the like brownish redhead. So anyway, articulation is pretty standard for a female DC Universe Classics, DC Universe, or DC Superheroes figure. Head moves left and right. Not so much up and down because of the way her hair is sculpted, but arms do go all the way back and around. They go out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and they rotate at the forearm at the glove. She does have waist articulation, move forward and back. Legs go forward, back, out to the side, rotate at the thigh, bend. So like I said, her first appearance was in Detective Comics number 359 in 1964. She was Barbara Gordon's niece, who he eventually adopted, but later that was changed in the media, the TV show, to being his actual daughter. And so for a while there was a little bit of confusion as to if she was his actual daughter or just adopted daughter. Right now I think she's his adopted daughter, as well as his niece. So she was a child genius with an eidetic or photographic memory, and she completed college as a young teenager, and she went into major in library sciences. However, she wanted to become a police officer, like her father. Unfortunately, she did not meet the height requirements for the force. How she became Batgirl is mentioned, I think, on the write-up here. And she was dressed as a Batgirl to a party, a costume party, when she prevented the kidnapping of Bruce Wayne, and thus began her career as Batgirl. And she continued her crime fighting, and eventually was shot and paralyzed from the waist down by the Joker. And so she was confined to a wheelchair, but she did not give up her crime fighting and became the information source for all the heroes known as Oracle, and had some connection to the government created Suicide Squad, and then went off and created with Black Canary, and eventually bringing in the Huntress to the Birds of Prey. And she just recently, in the reboot, she's regained her ability to walk after 3 years of being in a wheelchair, having been shot by the Joker. So they've kind of compressed time in this new DC universe, and she actually has her own title, Batgirl, right now. So there still hasn't been any mention of whether she had become Oracle or if she had helped create the Birds of Prey. I guess we'll just have to keep reading those titles, Batgirl and Birds of Prey, to see just exactly what happened. So I guess that'll be it for her, and stay tuned for the other figures in this wave, Batman and Catman. And until my next video, I'll see you.